can't join. You're AI guy. Okay. All right. So in database, here in my sidebar, we have table editor, right? We have SQL. But right now, we are not using SQL at the moment. We are basically building and creating a database using the normal, the easiest way first, right? So we want to go into the complex one. You guys will basically understand what we are building for, all right? So the very first thing you do is that before you store your data, before you create your database tables, you need to know the different details that you need to capture and store on those columns. All right. And how do you define them? The very first thing you should do is that you want to click on new table, right? There's going to be a drop down or a modal that will ask you what is the name of your table. Remember, when creating your table name should reflect exactly what information you want to store on that table. For example, you want to store payment, right? You want to store payment, so you can just call it payment or payment, okay? Call it payment. That's the table called payment, all right? Then in that payment, what are the things, what are the columns that, what are the key information that you want to store on that payments table? So the very first thing you should know is that the very first column is actually what? The payment ID. It's always the very first column you should always consider. You can call it payment ID or just normal ID, okay? So here, I'll call it what? Payment ID. Payment ID, okay, payment ID. Now, every data has a unique data type. You can see here, name of the table, name of the column, right? Next is what? Type, okay? Every data has what? A unique data type. Your data type could be an ID, it could be an integer or a UUID. These are the commonly used data type for what? IDs, okay? It's either using what? Integer or what? UUID. So let's use integer, right? As our data type for what? Payment ID. Remember, your ID is not a text. It's either an integer or some characters like when you're using UID, right? So UID has a different format where you can create your IDs. Okay, for now, let's just use integer, right, as a data type. So if you click on this, if you click on here, you see different types of data. You see integer 2, integer 4, integer A, right? Always use integer A, which is like almost like 8-digit number, right? 4 means 4-digit number, and 2 means 2-digit number, right? So float is basically data with maybe a decimal places, so a float decimal places, right? The same name. So you have float 8, float 4. Float 4 means that you have what? We have maybe 2.0004, like 4 decimal places after the point, right? So float A means that 8 decimal places after the 8 decimal places after what? After the decimal point, right? So that's what it means. Then you talk about numeric. Of course, you know what numeric means, right? Numeric basically numbers with letters and whatever it is, okay? Then JSON format. JSON is basically like JSON is actually what? Data inside curly braces, okay? Inside curly braces or bracket, right? So which is most of the time data have been stored like that. Then JSON binary, like binary format of data, like 0.001 or 1111 000001111, like this stores data in what? In binary format. Then text, of course, you know what that text means, right? Then variable character, it can have number, it can have text, it can have figure, it can have symbol, whatever it is, okay? They have what? Your UID. UID is actually what? A unique universal unique identifier, right? That can be used to what? It can be used as data type for what? IDs. Basically used for what? IDs, all right? Then dates, of course. I don't need to tell about what dates are. Then time. We have different types of time. Time of the day, no time zone. Okay, like you say 12 p.m. All right. Time TZ, right? Time TZ means a time of the day, including time zone. So 2 p.m. West African time. All right. Timestamp, date and time, no time zone. That date. So the date that the account was created and the time the account was created, right? But there's what? There's no time zone. Okay. Then timestamp, time zone means what? The date and time, including what? Time zone. So if you are building your database, you need to consider that every country have their own what? Different time zone. So it's always best to use what? Timestamp, time zone, or use what? Timestamp, or use what? Time zone. Okay. So whatever the case might be, use what? Use the one to refer your own country. And then Boolean Boolean is simply yes or no, or true or false, right? That Boolean, true or false, or yes or no, okay? So that's Boolean data type, right? And then byte. So byte is basically like very tiny micro number, right? Let me 0.001 like very micro in bytes, okay? So these are different data types that are associated with what? With database. So always choose the data type that's actually is built for the type of data you're working with, right? So right now our ID, we're using what? Integer what? 8, okay? Integer 8, that's what you see using integer 8, right? Then inside here, sorry, this is inside here, I need to do it again, okay? Payment ID, let me just need to do it again. So that, yeah, I need to do it again. So I'll call it payments, right? Payment. Then payment ID. So guys, any question? Proceed. Payment ID. Any question, guys? Any question, guys? Any question, people of God?
No questions from me.
Okay. Anyone else? Please ask questions as soon as you can so that we can move forward. Okay. Now, the moment we're done with this, right? So you have your payment ID, right? Which is actually what? An integer. Now, Jola, when collecting payment, what do you think? What other columns do you want to capture? What other details do you want to capture for your payment?
When you want to collect payments,
Yes.
transaction. I think this transaction ID is same thing as payment ID.
No, it's not the same thing. It's a different thing entirely. Yeah. So
I want to try.
yeah.
Sorry.
So okay. So
I want to.
we're not talking
Sorry.
transaction ID, right? I'm with you. I'm with you.
Transaction ID.
Okay. Now, before this transaction ID, right? What kind of like there's other details that are
Amount.
okay. Let's say amount, right? So amount. So you now click on add column, right? Columns. Call it what? Amount. Now, amount, is it, what kind of data type would be an amount?
Numeric.
Okay, numeric, right? Because you might have things like currency, right? In front of an amount. So you can just use numeric, okay? Numeric is actually amount, okay? All right. So now this amount, remember, whenever you try to create, whenever you try to create an account somewhere, right? You will see things like required, right? That means that field is actually required. You cannot leave it without what? Filling, okay? So all of those all of those settings, right? All of those constraints are also what built at the back end, which is what the database. So have you seen these settings, right? If I click on it, now it's nullable means that this field is not required. Okay, it's not required. But since we want to capture amounts, there's no way you collect payment. You don't want to require. You don't want amount to be required. It must be what required, isn't it? Yeah. So I will unclick this. It's not labeled. That means that field is what required. Everybody, every time you want to create payment, you must fill in that amount field before you not proceed. All right. So it's not nullable, right?
Yes.
And yeah, great. And it's not unique. Amount can never be unique, please. If you use unique,
Yes.
that means after I've paid you 1,000, no one else can pay 1,000 in the entire product again till infinity. All right. So it's not unique, all right? So yeah, so it's not. So once I'm done, so that's amount, right? What else can I track? Who again, Stephanie? You have Stephanie on the call, or who else on the call? Victoria. Who else can answer? What other information can we track here? What other information can we track here? After amount, we have amount. What else again can come here? What else can we track? Okay, let's say you want to pay someone.
Payment
What?
Payment method or something.
Okay, payment method, great, payment method, right? Payment method. Now in your database, right? You don't include spaces. You don't include space in your database. No spaces at all, right? This is how you join it together, right? And write payment method or use what? Underscore. Okay. No spaces at all. So payment method, right? That's payment method. Now, pay method. What kind of is it? What was the data type?
Text.
Okay, yeah, text, right? Text, the data type, text, the data type, right? Now, in the pay method now, it's either you can decide to include it or not. Nobody cares, is it? Right? Nobody cares what method you use. No one cares. But as long as you pay the money, you get it, right? So you can decide to use it's not label, or you can make it maybe not label, whatever you decide as the case may be. But most often the time, right? No one tracks payment method except they want to use it as one of the key criteria for knowing which payment method that users use mostly in collecting payment. Okay, maybe we can just keep it right. That means that it must be what field, right? So let's just keep it at what it's not nullable, right? Great. What again? Let's just say transaction ID, right? Transaction ID. Transaction ID. So okay, we already have payment ID, so there's no point having that transaction ID again. So let's just leave it like that. Payment ID. We already have payment ID, so let's just leave it like this. Now, okay. Right? Review. What again?
Do we need PIN? What about PIN or password?
What?
Do we need PIN or
You know
password? PIN
Okay,
or password?
okay, password. Okay. PIN. How do you call it? How do you call it when you try? There's a name we call it. How do you call it, sir? There's a name we call it.
I think
I want to authentication. Payment PIN. Payment password. There's a name they call it. What's that name actually? Okay, let's just call it PIN though for now, for just in the lesson, right? PIN. And what kind of data is it? PIN is always an integer, right? Yeah, an integer. It's not text. Your PIN is always a number, isn't it? It doesn't come 4-digit PIN is always a number. It's not a text. Am I right, guys? Am I right, guys? Hello?
Yes.
Can you guys? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it is required, right? It is required. So PIN and is required. Why is it not showing? Then just payment PIN. Nobody selected. Nobody's not showing. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, so you have defined all the columns that you want to track your payment method, right? Your payments that you want to pay someone, and your database has different columns for it. Remember, in SQL, that's structured query language, right? Data are stored in what? In rows and columns. All right, in rows and columns. So your columns are what? Like the names of the kind of data you want to store on it, okay? While the rows are the information that will be stored under each of those columns. So once you're done, right? Once you're done, now click on what? Save. Now this created at, right? We can call it whatever name you call it, okay? Right, but it's more like you can change it to maybe timestamp. You can call it maybe timestamp time zone to carry your timestamp time zone, okay? Timestamp time zone, right? And also once you're done, right? Once you're done, you can just click on save. All right. So I have created my table called what? Payment method. So if I come here, I'll see payment. Payment. Yeah, I can see a payment, right? Now that's payment. That's my table called payment. Now this table stores every information about what? Payment. Anything that is not payment, it doesn't store. It's only storing what? Payment information. Guys, do we all understand this part? Guys, do we all understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh,
understand everything now.
okay. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?
And sir.
Oh no, sir. Okay, you don't understand anything. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll give you guys inside this class, right? You guys are going to do class work, so you understand by all means today. All means, understand, okay? Yeah, today's class is going to be for everybody, right? Yeah. So I'll give you a task that you guys will carry out. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now in your payments, right? You want to receive payment from users. All right. You want to receive payment from users. Your database will collect and store those payments for you. Now, in the real world scenario, okay, the backend engineers would collect the detail of the payments that the columns. Remember, see these columns. See here what payment, amount, payment method, payment pin, and the time that payment was created. Okay, all right. That is what all the columns define. All right. Now, you see this column that is called payment ID. The system will handle this part. That means that the system will make sure that it creates an ID for each payment that has been sent to your product. All right. And then the amount. So if you inputted 1,000 naira in the front end, like in the field, maybe we put it maybe 1,000 naira, right? The system will track what 1,000 naira in this field. Now, if you choose transfer, what will happen? The system will also choose what transfer and store where here in what in your this payment method type, right? Then your payment pin will also be stored here, like your ID, right? Your payment your password, right, will also be stored here, right? And the time that payment was made will be also stored here. But this is, you don't do this one, right? The system is always what generating this payment method, right? This time and store it in your system. Okay, you don't do this, right? So the only thing you have to fill is what the amount, the payment type, the payment method, the payment pin, a loan. The other, the time it was created, right? And the payment ID will be handled by what? By the system, okay? Now, if you hover your mouse over this, you see what primary key. What are primary keys? Primary keys are basically that unique identifier that the system will assign to every row of data that has been created into the system. All right. Without this primary key, there is no way on earth you can update your data or delete your data without primary key. And without primary key, there's no way you can actually have what a foreign key. So primary key is one of the most important key in database, all right? Because they provide security, they provide easy query, right, and communication between one table and the other. Okay, that's the first of a primary key. All right. So it's just like your name. Everyone here has a surname. Okay. The moment I hear your name, maybe Nosa, blah blah blah, right? You hear, okay, oh, are you from Benin? I say, yeah. Oh, great. So with your primary key, right, we can know who you are and know that okay, you are your ID can with the ID, right? You can retrieve your name, your email, and your phone number, right? And reach out to you just with your ID, right? So that's what the system uses to identify every row of data in the database. All right. Now let's proceed by inserting data into a table. So before I proceed, please questions. Questions? Any question whatsoever? None yet. Okay. Now let's insert data so you see how this works. So I want to insert data right now. So now I want to insert row of data into this table. Now if you see this payment ID, I want to insert data because the system will to generate this part for me. Okay. So I'll just put the amount 1,000. Okay. And I'll put the payment just maybe transfer. Then the time this was created, right? So since I didn't choose automatically created, right? So let me just fill this detail for us, right? Today. Okay. Then this payment method is actually very okay, payment pin is maybe 1 2 3 4. All right. Then payment method is actually the optional field here. I can call it transfer. You see, since I didn't choose that, since I didn't choose unique, since I didn't choose nullable, right? That means that field is basically optional field. So whether I fill or not, it doesn't matter. Okay. So once I'm done, I'll just click here. And this data will be inserted into, have you seen? Remember, I did not include ID. What happened? The system will assign an ID to this payment. So now with this ID right now, okay, with this ID number 1, right? I can use this ID to fetch out all of this detail, right, in my database. With this payment ID number 1, right? Once you reference this payment ID number 1 anywhere on the database, it will show you the amount, the payment method, and the payment pin that was used in a transaction. So with this primary key right now, primary key will help you now to retrieve data, right, and communicate with systems between two tables, between two different tables. Okay, so that's why we need what primary key for what to be inserted in what in our database table. So before I proceed, right, let me have some questions before you guys have your own task. Question, guys. Any question, right? Anyone? So if I insert another data right now, let me say insert another data. I just say maybe 2000. Okay. Okay. Payment method, payment pin. Just put maybe my 4-digit pin. All right. The date it was created. I just can see it today again. Then I can now payment. I can just maybe bank, right? And now click on save. Have you seen? So for every ID, for every data inserted into the system, what happened? You assign what? A unique ID. Remember, this ID can never be duplicated. It can never be duplicated. Okay? Because the system is going to assign what? A unique ID to every row of data. So if I use this number 2 anywhere in my database, right, to query, I will retrieve what? It will retrieve what? All of the details from the C. Okay? Don't worry, you get to that level. But right now, let's just understand these basics first. Okay? So before I proceed in giving you guys your own tasks, so you share your screen briefly, all right? But I want it to be very, I want you to be very interactive, okay? So that means that every one of you would, I will share. Every one of you will have what? I will share a task to everyone, all right? Not everyone, like a group. So we are how many are we here? We are how many? You guys will converse. I will share. You guys will converse and tell me what. So we have like we have Vivian, we have Tommy, we have Nosa, there's Jola, there is six of you with your AIs. AIs filled everywhere. AI is filled everywhere. So you guys will converse. I'm going to give you guys a task right now. Then in your breakout room, you are laughing, Vivian. Okay. All right. So I'm going to create, okay. So I will put, what am I going to put? All these AIs. Can I just move this AI because they're confusing me? Dayo, Ife, Tommy. Okay, so let me set up the rooms, right? What's the name of the room? Okay, three, right? Maybe maybe 3 persons, right? 3 persons per room. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Okay. All right. Nosa, Tommy, we again. Okay, I think I have. Man, all these AIs, they are disturbing me. These guys here. Ah, let me
Please
know this.
remove them or remove them. They are
Yeah,
my
remove them.
property.
Only you. How many AIs you play for back?
You can remove them.
Okay.
Can you just
All
one?
right. Okay, that's fine. So okay, so no sir. Okay, so we have like 3 persons per 2 persons per group plus. So one person will be in. Okay, let me make it 4 per group. Let me make it 4 per group instead of 3. 4 per group. All right. Okay, so we're good now. We are good now. So room one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, great. So I'm going to open the rooms for you guys to join. You'll be in that room. So okay. Can you guys hear me?
I'm the only one in my breakout room.
Oh, really? Okay, let's see. What room are you? What room number are you? Okay.
Hi, Vivian. Hi, Vivian. Can you hear me? Hello.
Good.
Dayo, which on your screen? So breakout room 2 had no laptop, so there was a challenge for them already. No one of them joined with their laptop, so they wasn't able to complete. But they're going to do that here on this call. All right. So Jola, Dayo, your team, you guys ready now to present your screen? Let me see what you guys did before breakout room 2.
That will present.
Okay, Dayo, please present. Let me see what you guys did.
All right, hold on. Please. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Share screen. Share that. So can you guys confirm if you can see my screen?
I can't see your screen.
Oh wow.
I can see it. I can see it. Continue. I can see your screen.
Okay, so this is basically where we are yet to save it. So you said just click for the authentication process for a blind person. So we started with the email and we used the user ID in an integer. It's the email. We went for text because we figured that there is a speech or they could use Siri to talk and type. So we use email for text, password for text. And we also added a biometric, which is the fingerprint. So, but we're not sure which type to use. So we use the unique user ID. And also for the email, we click is non-nullable but is unique. For the password, sorry for that. For the password, we click is not nullable, which means it's compulsory to fail. Then we're not sure what to pick for the biometric, and we use timestamp for created apps.
Okay. Now let's say, yeah. So there are two things that I need to clarify here. All right. First of all, that is nullable, right? Means that is not compulsory. So once you check that is nullable, that means it's not compulsory. So always uncheck it when you want it to be compulsory. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Okay, great. That's fine. Cancel. Oh,
wow.
It's okay. It's all right. Do it again. You can do it again right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
All right. So, how do you call your table? You can do it. No, you can do it. No, don't stop sharing. Don't stop sharing. Yeah. Okay.
Add a colon.
So group 2, Dio will help you guys do whatever you want to do here. So we'll be here. You must do it all by fire by force. always use cancel. Yeah. Don't always click outside the box. Always click inside here so it doesn't. Don't go inside this model, right? Yeah, just don't click outside the model so that it doesn't show you that cancel thing again.
Oh, okay.
Though I can't really see your screen that well again. Maybe it's my network. Can you guys see me? Okay.
So how about the biometric? What were we supposed to?
So biometric, that's a bit. Yeah, it's good. Everyone's biometric. Is it everyone's biometric actually was unique, right? Isn't it? No one has the same biometric in the world now, isn't it?
No one has the same
biometric. Yeah. So it's going to be unique, right? And it can it be? It cannot be UID. I think it can be an image URL. You can be an image. They use text. It can be an image URL. That's like a text, right? Yeah, because biometric is actually an image, right? You see a fingerprint, isn't it? Yeah, it's an image. Yeah, use an image. Yeah, great. Use text. Yeah, text.
Okay.
Okay. So you can call it biometric URL. Biometric URL. URL underscore URL. Yes, yeah, great. Don't always click outside. Click here, inside here. So that's fine. What again is left? What about their name? Don't they need their name to create an account? I think they need them to create an account, isn't it? Yeah, they need their name.
We thought about it too, but we felt we might not want to stress them since they are visually impaired.
So they can use voice, right, to write their name, type their name. You get it? They can use voice to type their name. Yeah.
There's no voice option here.
No, use that. No text. No, from the front end, right? As they're speaking, right? To type it for them. Yeah. Type for them. Yeah, text. Yeah, that's right. All right. Once you're done, let's save it. Can save it now. Okay. Assign a name for your table, right? Give a name. No. So no, now this is it. The name of your table must reflect exactly what you want to store in that table. What is it? What do you want to store? Users profile. Users profile. Yeah, users profile. Yeah, users profile. No space. Join together. No space. Users profile. Great. Save it. All right. Great. Now, before you insert data into it now, right? Team B. Oh yeah, let's start with yours. So you help them out with their own database. No, sir. Is she on the call? Okay, Tommy. Oh yeah, take over. Tell him what he wants. Tommy, are you there on the call? Okay. This is not there, right? Let's insert data in your table. Let's insert data in your table. So close it. Let's insert data in your own table now. So
okay, let me close.
Yeah, close it. So Jola, you want to now tell how do you insert data in your table? Oh, is this where you guys were? Oh, this is the wrong place you guys were doing this. This is the wrong place. So
wow.
in database, right? Now go to the sidebar, go to the sidebar. Yeah, the table editor, click on the editor, right? Now click outside. Now new table, that's where you can create a new table. Okay, now click on this user click on this users. Click on this user profile. Let me see. Okay. This is the right page now. This is the right page now. All right. Insert your table now. Okay.
What am I inside?
It's up to you. I don't know. So you and Jola should decide what you guys are setting there. What are you guys setting here right now?
I think it's a new row.
So you're inserting a row, right? You're inserting a row. Now you want to insert data, right? So let's assume that someone is trying to register on the front end, right? Someone's trying to register on the front end. Now, what are the details? Now click on that, insert new row. Now fill the detail. Don't forget the first one is always automatically generated, okay? Fill the detail.
Okay. Let me just use my email.
All right. Jola, are you here? Tommy?
I'm here. Okay,
all right. Don't worry. This night, all of you will understand database. I'm not leaving you guys if you understand the database.
So the biometric, I should just leave it.
Just fix any text there. That's fine. Just any text there. It's okay. Fix any text there. Yeah.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah, save it. Okay, see here. Now you have inserted data in your table. Remember, the very first thing you created was actually called what? Your table, right? With columns, all right? Now you just insert rows of data in what? In your table. And the very first row you see what? Row number one. That's why I seen the what? Row number one. Okay? I've seen the row number one. So that row number one now, right? Identifies with every detail you just inserted right now. Okay? Now insert another table. Insert another rows of data now. Insert another rows of data.
Okay. Today. Password. Maybe 5. I'm coming.
Okay. Once you're done, you save it.
Yeah, I saved it. Yeah.
No, sir. How come? Okay, great. Is your network bad?
Yeah,
Okay.
cracking. How to go final?
So, sorry. So I can't your screen. I don't know whether it's my screen or but you're still on this you're still it's as if still showing me you're still creating your table. Where is my
Oh no,
screen now?
I'm
Okay,
done.
okay, great. Okay, great. Now, all right, that's fine. Now you see, for every data you insert in the database, right? What happens? It assign what a new number
ID.
to it. That means, yeah, using the ID, right? That means that if you now if you want to update now, if you want to update any information on your database, right? And you log in as user ID 1, okay? And you click on update my password, right? Now it will only what will happen? It will only update what that password of that ID that just logged in, because that is the only ID that have access to that particular platform at that moment. Okay. Now if you try to log in, right, and maybe you don't have your password, right, and the system cannot identify who you are, they'll tell you invalid user or invalid password, but they don't know who you are. Okay. So because the system uses what your ID, that primary key, right, to identify who you are, it can actually will make sure that whenever you try to log in, or update your detail, you're only updating your own personal detail. You cannot update any other person's detail. Okay, that's why you notice that. Yeah, that's why you notice that even though you have the same name and password, right? You can never access any other person's detail, because the system knows that you are not what you can only route it to what your own personal dashboard that you have access to. You cannot see any other person's dashboard at all. It doesn't happen anyway. Why? Because of what your primary key. So primary key is very important. Use your primary key to identify who you are, right? And route toward your own specific dashboard. Without primary key, you cannot what update your detail, like change your name, change your phone number, or delete anything you want to delete from your profile. Okay, that primary key is actually very important for what your database activities. All right. So what you just did now is that you created you created a table called user profile. Now this user profile is going to store every detail about what user that comes what into your product, that comes to what into your that actually what that create account in your product. Okay. Now for that to happen, right, you need to define what all the columns of what of the database, which is what user and the ID, the email, the password, the username, and the biometric URL. So with this information, right, for every account that the user creates on the front end, what happens? They get stored where in the database according to what their each column that were defined for it. You notice that every email is stored where in the email column, every password stored where in the password column, right? So no, they're not organized, they're not disorganized. Everything is actually what organized. So that's why it's actually called what structured query language. Structured, because everything is actually what in tables, columns, and rows. Structured query language, right? So you see that everything is what organized. Your only IDs are stored in that column. Your only emails are stored in that column, right? So this is how your database actually was structured to what perform optimally. All right. So please, before I proceed, question. Jola, please hit that question that is bothering you. Hit it.
No question. No, this class is actually clearer to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
because I didn't have GPM before it's sure.
Okay. I get you now. Okay, great. That's interesting then. All right. No, sir, you were saying that you don't understand. Now, do you understand, or do you want to do your own product, your own table now, so that you can understand better?
Okay, please can you share? I think I missed our own presentation. I don't know if we did that one. The one me and
No. So Dayo, please help. Dayo, please help and create their own table for them so that they will understand. Vivian, what group were you?
Just me and Tommy.
Okay, what about Vivian? Vivian, which group were you?
I don't know.
Wahala. It's okay, it's all right.
You go noisy.
But do you have any? Okay, but do you understand now? Do you understand this part, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So Dayo, please help Nosa create their own table. Now, Nosa, over to you. Tell him what you guys were building.
Yes.
Nosa. Okay. Nosa, over to you now.
Okay, I think we're supposed to be creating businesses on LinkedIn.
What was your task? What was the task? Create an authentication for businesses using LinkedIn. That was your task.
Yes, using LinkedIn. Yes.
Okay, now, okay, great. So start. What was the name of your table?
The name of our table will be. Let's use authentication.
We want to use authentication is actually very large. So authentication is actually be
Okay,
specific about what you want to create. What do you
sign in?
What?
Sign in.
No. Signing is very archaic. Not it's vague. It's vague. What is signing? What do you want to store in that table? What do you want to store in the table? Business detail, right? Business detail, right?
Okay.
What do you store? No. What do you want? So first of all, before you name your table, right? Before you name your table, you need to understand what info you want to store on that table. Do you get it, right? We need to know. Yeah. Now we want to store. Now this business detail, right? Is it for businesses that will create accounts on LinkedIn, or what exactly do they do? Like we need to know exactly what they do if we can decide to create the name of the table. So like their own, they actually created what user profile for what to store authentication for what for blind people. Okay, yours to can actually be called maybe users or profile, right? Business profile. I can call it business profile. Okay, your table name must reflect exactly what you want to create it for, not something very outrageously vague. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, now okay. So which name are you going to use right now?
Let's go to user profile.
Okay, all right. So Dayo, over to you.
Well, that's the name of my previous table.
Okay. Business profile.
Yeah.
So what's going to be in the first column?
It's the name.
Are you sure? Your first column is not always please pay attention. Your first column is always an ID, your business ID or profile ID or ID, right? That's always your first column. Okay. So yeah, always use an ID for what? Your first column, all right? So whatever name you give to it is fine. You can call it business ID or ID, is okay. So after that, what follows next? What's the next column? What other information do you want to store there in your table? After ID, what else do you want to store? What do you want to store?
The password.
No, start from so we used to start from now when you're filling your account online, do you start with password?
Is that?
When you're filling account online, when you create account,
you start with your name, your email, password.
Okay, great. So we start with that. That's in order as well.
Okay.
All right.
Put the name, which username.
Remember, you create an account for businesses, right? You create an account for business, so you need to select. So what are you using username for? Username is for users.
Should I put the exact name of the business?
No, you don't use it. Like use business name, not username, business name. Yeah. Okay. Now, what type of data is this? What type of data is this column? What type of data? What type of data is this column?
Text.
Is what?
Text.
Yes.
Okay, okay, great. Now this column is this column, is it required or not required?
Required.
No, sir. Okay, just uncheck it now. This I think this one is bad. Uncheck it. No, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
What of is your business name required or not required? So when what I mean required or not required is that must that name be filled before they can create the account or not? Okay, just uncheck it. Just uncheck it. Uncheck it. All right. Okay. Proceed. No, sir. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Why are you not answering then?
I am. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now, what's the next column? What's the next column?
The business email.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't understand that part where you are. That null is nullable, is unique, defined as array.
Forget about the array. Only focus on is nullable and is unique. Let's not go to array. Okay, that one is I don't to rest. Now, is nullable is basically when you see a form, right, and you try to leave and you did not fill that field until they tell you required, right? Required, you must fill it. That's actually so. Once that is nullable means that if you check is nullable, what does it mean? Like, what does nullable mean? That means this field is actually what it can actually leave you what empty without no wahala, without no problem. Okay, but for it to be required, right? For it to be required, that means you need to what uncheck it. So if you check it right now, that means that field is optional. Okay, but if you uncheck it right now, that means that field is not optional. It must be what field. Okay, so it's nullable, and it's nullable. If you check it right now, that means that field is going to be what optional for you to fill. But if you uncheck it right now, what happened? That means that field is actually what required for you to fill. Okay, so uncheck it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next. What next again?
Then the password.
Okay.
Business password.
Again, no, just the password. The password is fine. That's password is fine. Yeah. Then what's the data type for password? No, sir. What's the data type for password? Stop missing your mic now. Just leave your mic open. Okay,
Numeric.
Numeric. No, password is best for text. Password
Yes.
is best for text. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we use numeric right now, they only accept alpha and number. What if you now use something like @_ there's gonna be a problem, all right? Yeah. So use text. Text can contain any type of data.
Okay.
Okay. So what's next now? Anything else?
No,
What?
Nothing else. That's all.
No. Now this part, is it nullable? Is it required? Is it required field or not?
It's a required field.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's okay. I think continue. Like, it's not unique. It's not unique. It's not unique. Password cannot be unique. All right. Okay. I think you're done. All right. Save it. All right. So you just created your columns, right? No, sir. You just created your columns to store your users who want to create account on your platform for LinkedIn, all right? So that means that for any user, for any business that want to create account on LinkedIn, they need to provide what? Their business name, their email, their password, right? Before they can create account on LinkedIn, right? So as a product manager, right? Whenever you want to create a product for want to create a feature for your product, right? I mean, for authentication, you need to define, you need to know the type of details that are needed for your back-end engineers to create the different columns for you. That's why, as a product manager, you need to have an idea of the different details that need to be captured for what? For your users. They don't define that, you define that for them. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't define it for them, right, they can just decide to do whatever they think is right. All right. And at the end of the day, you not say, no, we need this, but you do not define it for them. And said, to avoid that back and forth, right? You must first define all the tables that are needed. Sorry, all the details that are needed to capture what during registration. Okay. And share those details with them so that they can proceed to create a different database table for that, right? Now, if you don't do that, that's going to be what a problem for them, because they might come back later and tell them, oh no, I want this, I want that. After they must actually created all the APIs for it. That is why you need to create. That's why you need to communicate effectively and have a detailed product requirement document that captures all the things you need to be captured from their own end. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it does.
Okay, Vivian, Tommy, you left for a bit. Jola, you also left for a bit.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you understand that part?
Yes, I do. It's
Okay.
just the functional key. It's that something happened to me.
Okay, please speak.
After our last class, so I was practicing.
Mm-hmm.
So I got confused. When I wanted to create a table. So you know how product managers if you want to mark what's it called? Map user journey now.
Okay, yep.
So you use a user flow, right?
Okay,
so,
yeah, sure.
So I got confused. If you're doing user flow now, you have to make map users the decisions and everything now. So
okay, yeah.
yes, so I got confused. Let's say I want to create an account on Temu. So after creating an account, I want to also buy something, pay for something. So I got confused on the way. So, but later I retraced my steps.
Okay.
Yeah, but is the parts that I need to also get to know more is the functional keys.
Like the primary key and the foreign key?
No, is it functional? The other key.
What
not the
key?
primary key. Not the
Foreign,
primary
foreign key.
Yes,
Foreign key.
the foreign key. Yes, the foreign key.
Okay,
I can't remember how.
Okay, don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get to that point. Yeah, we'll get to that point. So yeah, it's okay. All right. Okay, guys, from what we have just done right now, do you guys have any specific questions you want to discuss before we now proceed? Any specific questions before Jola, it's 9 o'clock for her, her head will start to shake and she'll forget everything that she has learned already. Any questions whatsoever, guys? Please ask questions on what we have done right now. Oh, do you guys understand everything? What? Right? You guys understand everything? Let me be sure.
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, interesting. All right. Vivian, okay, sure. Ask.
Are you still going to show us where we're going to use the foreign key? Because so far.
Yeah. That is why. Yeah, we are going to do that. Yeah,
okay.
But we are going to do it. We're going to do it briefly, but we'll continue deeper tomorrow. Okay, we'll continue deeper tomorrow so that you guys don't get too confused. And yeah, you know someone here is already, before you know now, she will sleep on the call. Okay, all right. Just go back and share your screen again so that we will touch that part. Tommy, are you with us? Tommy, you barely speak. Tommy, are you with us? Okay, all right. Do you understand to some extent? Okay, okay, all right then. Okay, share your screen, all right. Now go to your Superbase. Okay, now let's use your user profile, right? What were you guys building? What were you guys building? What was you guys' product we were building? What product were you guys building?
Process for blind
Your own. Okay. Okay, yeah, for blind users, right? Now, so now what kind of product do you think we can build for that for blind people? What kind of product do you think we can build for them? So we can use that basic knowledge to do foreign key relationship.
You mean specifically for them or products they use? I don't get.
No, for them or for the blind people, right? What kind of product can we build for them so that we create another table and link foreign key relationship with them. So that I will just introduce you guys to foreign key, but we'll continue from there tomorrow. Okay, let's say they use voice to do what? They use voice, right, to search. So let's just say maybe buy an item from Jumia, something like that, right? Buy an item from Jumia. Okay, yeah. So create a table, call it order. Create a new table, call it order. Now, so you all of you will give me each name of the table, each column of the table, right? So what's the first column that is always on every table? What's the first column? What's it called?
ID or order ID.
Okay, great. You can call it ID or other ID. Fine, that's fine. Now, great. Now that your ID is actually what? Your primary key, isn't it? Your primary key, isn't it? Isn't it right? Okay, primary key. Now, Nosa, give me another table of what you can store in other table. Give me another column.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Give me a column name to capture on the order table. A column name that we need to capture on the column table.
For the same product.
For this particular one, this one's order, like for when you want to buy an item from Jumia.
Okay.
What do you want to buy? What mention what?
Order. Okay, so order ID. The item.
What item? What's item? It's
okay, shoe.
What?
Shoe.
No. It's not shoe. Like you don't. When you need to define your tables first before you only insert things like shoe when you want to insert rows of data. But you need to define the names of your columns first. Shoe does not come in when you're defining your column names, right? How do you call it? 1000 doesn't come when you define your column names, right? There's a column that will store all of those details. That's what we want to build right now. So after order ID, what again can we store here?
Order name.
No, you don't call it order name. Just call it product name. Product name, not order name. Yeah. So guys, see this will happen. You need to have a mental idea of what you want to build. A mental idea of what you want to build first. Okay. Now you want to go to Jumia. A typical example. You want to go to Jumia. All right. When you want to place an order, what do you do when you want to place an order? What feel do you feel when you place an order? So use that same mental ideology, right, to tell me what can be captured here on this table. Does that make sense? You all buy from Jumia now, isn't it? You all buy from Jumia, all right? So tell me, what's the next thing to store here? Tell me. Vivian.
Description, product description, right?
No. Let's always capture the most important thing first. That one is not important. Always capture the most important thing first. What after product name? What's actually next to be important? Price. Okay, put price.
Okay.
Always put the best thing first. Yeah. Now, what the data type of price? What's the data type of price?
Oh, sorry. The X.
Price comes in numeric.
Yeah,
Use numeric.
sorry, integer.
Numeric. Yeah. If you use integer, that means you cannot use things like maybe symbols, right? You cannot use things like symbols, right? Okay. Vivian, is it nullable or non-nullable?
It's not null.
It's not.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Interesting. Is it unique or not unique?
No, it's not unique.
Not unique. It's not unique.
Okay, great. All right. Nosa, what data type is the next column? Which is okay, put the next column. What's the next column? Nosa, give me the next column.
Quantity.
Quantity.
Okay, great. Quantity. Yeah, put quantity there. Remember, quantity is not always going to. Have you ever seen 1.5 quantity before? Does it happen? It doesn't happen also. Now, what data type is used for this quantity now? What data type?
Numeric.
Nope. Numeric is not it's not filled with quantity. What data type?
I can't see that.
A whole number is can only be expressed using what? Integer. It's always integer, nothing else again, integer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So choose integer, maybe 8 or whatever it is. Yeah, choose it. And then what else again? Jola, you're next. Give us a column name. No worry, we'll soon close. Yeah, give us a column name. Jola, are you there?
Yes.
A column name.
Column name for
Give us a column name. Whatever you do right now.
order number or something.
No, we already have an order ID, so we don't need order number again. We only have order
Okay.
ID.
Do you have username?
No, so this order doesn't store username. You basically store every order. We want to buy an item from Jumia. Do you include your username there?
Payment.
Okay. Amount. Great. Put amount there.
I thought price. Okay.
Amount. No, price is different. Amount is price times quantity, right? That's what give you amount. Or no, total is actually your price times quantity. Yeah. Okay, price, amount. Okay, I think price and amount is the same thing actually. I think so. Is it right?
Maybe
No,
total
amount. Okay, use total amount. Yeah, use total amount. Total amount. Yeah, total amount. Yeah. All right, total amount. So it's always what data type is total amount? Numeric. Numeric. Yeah. No. Text. No, it's numeric. Yeah, numeric. Yeah. Okay. And what again? What was left? Maybe description. If you want to description. Okay. All right. Now let me ask you guys a question. This is actually very technical, but very simple question. Now, I'll start from Vivian. Now, when you buy an item online, okay, when you buy an item, I select quantity 1, right? And the price is actually what? Let me just say 5,000, right? Now,
Yeah.
do you feel the amount column? Do you feel the amount column?
No. I think
Why so? Why?
The system is already programmed to like I think the price for each product there's already price there. So
Yes, okay.
when you click on the item, so let's say you want to buy egg and you click on egg, you want to buy one egg and the egg is 20 naira. So the egg is you are not supposed to select write 20 naira because the system is already programmed to like give description that the product is 20 naira. So that is it.
Okay.
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 So the
You're
it
saying
comes,
it's okay. Continue. It's all
okay,
right.
when it comes to quantity, since the system has already been programmed to like identify the egg as 20 naira, it will now like be like 20 times 2 or 20 times 1 automatically.
Okay, that's your own idea, right? Let me see. Jola, do you have a different opinion? Jola,
I don't think I have a different opinion.
so you think that that's what happens from when you want to buy an item, right?
So yeah, when you're buying one item, like it has already been stated that the particular item, like so if it's 5,000 naira, it's 5,000 naira for one. If you're not populating it like with two items, then the system has to now calculate like times two, times three, and all.
Oh,
So
okay, that's you. No, sir, do you have a different opinion?
No, I don't have a different opinion.
Okay, you agree with them, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about you, Tommy? Tommy, what about you? Then Dayo, do you have a different opinion?
No, but I don't think I had to.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are all right, right? Now there are some certain things. See why, as a product manager, right? You need to know, you need to understand how your features work, so that once you're testing them, right, you basically understand what is missing and what's not missing. So if you say, okay, just imagine that you buy an item, right? You go to Jumia and buy an item, and after maybe you want to buy the two items of shoes, which is what 10,000 naira. That means the answers will give you what the total supposed to give you what 20k, right? Now the price is actually 20 and 10k, and you increase to two quantities, and your system is not giving you that calculation as when it should give you, right? What happened? You now wonder, okay, no, something's not right here. So you can screenshot it and tell the developers this is not doing the right thing. So as a PM, you need to understand the feature of what you're building very well. If you do not understand the feature of what you're building very well, it will not be easy for you to test the product, understand if those requirements you wrote in your PRD have been met. Am I making sense, guys?
Yes.
Am I making? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that is why it is very important for you to understand the core feature and how your business work before you can even implement it or write your PRD. So that's the only way I can actually communicate effectively with developers, right? So that if they are developing something different, you would tell them, no, this is how I want it to be. Okay. But if you don't understand how it's supposed to be and they develop something they think that there is, right, you will be thinking, is this supposed to be like this or not, right? So that is why as a PM, understanding how your product works, right, and how the feature was supposed to be implemented, right, gives you what an edge or what on how to test your product and come up with what with the required test the product, right, and also communicate effectively if those requirements were not met by your developers. Okay, so that is it. All right. So now let's go back to your screenshot, the last part of it, so that we can include the last column. You can save it. You can save it now, Dayo. You can save it. Let me ask question. I want to ask one question. That is where Vivian was asking that she got confused in foreign key. So Dayo, please share screen again for one more for last time.
I thought I was sharing it. Sorry.
No, you stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Can you see now?
Oh, it's coming up. Yeah, okay, great. So share screen now. Okay, great. Now, have you saved it, right? You saved it, right?
With other ID.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Now, this is a question to you. This is a question now. If now place now insert rows of data, right? Let's insert rows of data. I want to use this case to show you guys why we need foreign key. Insert rows of data right now. Click on insert now. Insert.
Rows.
Yeah, rows. Yeah, great. Just fill the details.
iPhone. Price. Should I put the price in Naira or USD or just any amount?
No. Just do like that. Yeah.
$151.
So in a normal circumstances, right, we're not supposed to include total amount because the system will calculate that, right? But right now, since we are dealing with backend, there's nothing you can do right now. Okay, yeah, so leave it like that. Just fill it. Yeah, now save it. Put a date and save. Put a date and save. I want to show you guys. I want to ask you guys one question, and I hope you guys answer me that question. That's where I will get to tell you why that foreign key is actually very important. Save it. Yeah.
Yes, saving.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, great. So, Vivian, this item has been purchased, right? And you're the PM. You're the PM. You want your driver or the logistics driver, right, to deliver this item to the person. Sorry, how would you know who bought this item? If this detail, if you get this detail on your back end, how would you know who bought this item? Is there any way you can figure out who bought this item or who placed an order for this item? Is there anywhere?
No.
Is that right? There's no way, right? Are you sure?
Yes, there's no way.
Sure?
I can't.
Okay, there's no way, right? There's no way, right? Great. Now, Jola, unmute your mic.
Yeah.
Great. So this item has been, you place an order on Jumia, okay? And for your mind, you actually place an order, waiting for them to call you and say, oh, your order is coming so day, right? You waited for like two weeks, no order, nothing. What do you think happened?
The system probably did not process my order.
Yeah, they didn't process the order, but not that they didn't process the order, but there's something that is missing somewhere. There's something that is missing that why they didn't call you. Something is missing that's why they didn't call you. What do you think that there is?
I have no idea.
Okay, don't worry. We get understanding better. What about you, Tommy? If you are still here. Okay, what about you, Nosa? All right, Nosa. Nosa, are you here? Oh, she's not here. What about you, Dio?
I don't think there's a way I would figure it out too.
Okay. Now, please, guys, I will just give you briefly, but tomorrow we are going deeper into it, okay? But this is it. So if we do not have a way to communicate to the user that places this order, right? Because in this table, we were supposed to track the user that placed that order by bringing in what's actually called user ID column into this table. Okay, user ID column into this table. Now that user ID column will reference the user's table. Reference the user profile table. So that with that user profile table, we can know the user that bought an item. Okay. Now let's do it. Let's do like this. Now, Doyo, click on insert. Click on insert again.
Okay.
Click on insert. Insert column. Insert column. All right. Call it user ID. Okay. Now scroll down. Don't worry about that one. Don't worry about that. Since we want to reference it to now click on add foreign key. Add foreign key. Guys, pay attention. Add foreign key. Okay, great. Now click on that one. Right? You have to click on that field. No, not leave it. No, leave it like that. Yeah, the second one, right? Great. Now select the user profile. All right. Because in this user profile, right, that's where you have the username, you have the email, you have the phone number, you have the detail of users, right? That's why they have detail of users, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it, guys? Yeah. Okay, good. Now see that way it's actually pointing you. That arrow is pointing. Look at the arrow. Pointing to click on it, right? Now, remember, your user ID can only your primary key can only become a foreign key in another table. If that column is not a primary key, it can never become a foreign key. So now, which column in the user profile table is a primary key? Which column?
ID.
Right. Please confirm, guys. Which column is the profile? Is the PK? Which column is the PK in user profile? ID, right? Okay, now click on ID. Click on ID, right? Click on ID. Now, since ID has already a data type, right? There's no point choosing a data type because the system will now use that same data type that was referenced, that was used to create what ID, to create it here again. So click on save.
Okay.
Okay, now we have a new column called what? User ID. Now scroll to your right. You see the there. There's it, right? Hover your mouse over that chain symbol. No, yeah, on user ID. Now what are we saying? No, just take it back again. Are we seeing that foreign key? Foreign key, right?
Foreign key relation.
Yeah, relation, right. So now it's supposed to include username here again, phone number, email, and blah 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 in this column. What do we do? We bring in another column, so another table, right? That has those details already presented somewhere in a different table. All right. So to avoid what duplicate data in the database, so we bring in another column, another table that stores that information, right, in the database. Now that table that stores that info is actually what called what the user profile table, right? Now we created what a new column called what user ID, so that this user ID now what reference that particular table outside this table. Okay. Now this is what we do now. Now insert row of data, right? Insert row of data. Insert row of data. Let's do something. No. Insert row. Yeah. Now let's feed those details.
Product
Don't
name.
worry. Yeah, just give any product name, right? Give any product name. Maybe Bryce, whatever it is. Give any name, right? Like feed the price, feed the quantity, and whatever it is. Yeah. Okay. The quantity, the amount. Okay. All right. All right. Now scroll down to. Now you see this user ID, right? So this user ID will be made. Will be made very okay. We do not select that part. We're supposed to make it very compulsory, right? Now click on this. Have you seen this edit button by sub user ID? Click on it.
This
edit table, right? Click on it. It will open to a table. You click on it. Select. Click on that second one. Set the record, right? Okay. Now select any record here. Just select one. No, don't worry. So we have actually selected what a user ID, right? Save it. Okay. Now see the difference right now. The first order that was placed, right? Do we know any user that bought the item? No, right? Now the second order, do we now know the user that bought the item?
Yes.
Now click on that arrow. You see that click on that arrow. Something. That's the user. So you can get the user of the person that bought the item, know their address, their phone number, and reach out to them to collect their details. See, do you see why we need foreign key right now in tables like this so that we can communicate with another table, right?
Yes.
Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Jola, Tommy, Nosa. All right. So this is like a preview, but tomorrow we are going into detail. All right. How we can we'll do so many tables tomorrow, right? So many tables tomorrow to get all of this settled, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is basically the intro to your database. Please tomorrow come with your laptop well charged because everybody is going to work. I beg. Please. All right. See you guys tomorrow, same time.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much. Okay.
No wahala. Be in touch. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Good night. Good night.
All right. Good night. All right.